Itoshi Rin is the #1 player in Blue Lock, and he's one of the most important characters in the whole series.
Rin's involvement has been instrumental ever since he was first introduced back in the second selection. Early on, Rin became the measure of greatness, and he became the physical representation of a perfect striker in Blue Lock.
Because of this, Rin has played a major role in the development of our main character, Isagi Yoichi. The rivalry between the two is arguably the biggest element of the story of Blue Lock.
And it's probably safe to say that without Rin, then Isagi wouldn't be the player he is today. And the same thing can be said about Rin after meeting Isagi in Blue Lock.
Originally, he was fixated on defeating his older brother Sai. This was an attempt to get revenge for abandoning Rin, but that goal changed after the Blue Lock 11 played against Japan U20 team.
To talk about Rin's development in the NEL, I think we need to go back and look at the reflection on losing to Isagi. Rin was undoubtedly one of the best players in the Blue Lock versus Japan U20 match. He was able to score a goal, provide a lot of brilliant link-up plays on offense, as well as provide some key blocks on defense. At that time, Rin was already considered as a potential future superstar for Japanese football.
At the end of the Blue Lock vs Japan U20 match, Rin was able to awaken his original ego, and he was actually able to defeat his brother Sai in the 1v1, which we know is one of his original goals. This outright did not impress Rin at the time because he believed he lost that matchup still.
The main reason is because Rin believed he lost to Isagi in the final moments of that match. Even though Rin was able to defeat Sai in a 1v1, Isagi had stolen the spotlight from Rin by using his play to score the winning goal, and the recognition from his older brother Sai.
Rin's victory against Sai was overshadowed by the fact that Isagi stole the spotlight. The cherry on top was Sai recognizing Isagi as a player and not saying the same thing about Rin. It was clear to Rin that he was still not respected by his brother as a player. This ultimately drove Rin to new levels of despair and anger.
And after that match against U20, we see Rin and Isagi speak one-on-one, and Rin declares that he hates Isagi, and from this day onwards, Isagi is his rival and he will aim to crush him.
The last time we see Rin before the NEL, we see him sitting by the ocean, reflecting on the match. He is shown to be frustrated by the fact he was able to defeat his brother Sai, but ultimately still upset by the fact that he did not get recognized by his brother as a player, and by the fact that Isagi was the one to steal his recognition, as well as the spotlight as being the match's MVP.
This moment is ingrained into Rin, and this is his fuel for revenge against Isagi. Rin promised to destroy Isagi after the U20 match, and everything leading up to his rematch with Isagi would just be stepping stones to him.
Rin's new goal is to now destroy everything in his path, especially his brother Sai and his rival Isagi.
Well, let's talk about the NEL and Rin's journey into joining PXG. After the U20 match, we jump straight into the Neo Egoist League, and Rin decides to join France's PXG. During Ego's speech about the Neo Egoist League, France was described to be the best environment for young players in hopes of becoming a superstar themselves.
Using that description, it makes a lot of sense why Rin chose France PXG. They're known for creating superstars, and Rin wants to become the best version of himself, so it's understandable why he picked France. Since joining PXG, Rin has been playing as a center forward, and he's currently PXG's top goal scorer as well. He has played in every match in the NEL, and he is currently ranked #1 amongst all the Blue Lock players participating in the NEL.
Let's take a look at Rin's journey in the NEL. Let's start with his performance in PXG's first match against Italy's Ubers. This match was done off screen, but the results tell a lot when it comes to Rin's performance. He was able to get 2 goals in this match.
We know Ubers is a very defensive team. They have some of the best defensive players in the NEL, and using this knowledge, it's very impressive to know that Rin was able to score 2 goals in his first match, especially against a very defensive team like Ubers. So this feat is very impressive.
We do, however, get to see Rin's winning goal. Now, we highlight this moment because it was actually the same shot he used against IQ in the final moments of the U20 match. Originally, Rin did not get to score with this type of shot against IQ, but this time in the NEL, Rin scored the goal flawlessly to defeat IQ and Ubers.
In PXG's first match in the NEL, we already see that Rin is improving since his time in the U20 match. His shooting has evolved again, and Rin is looking like a man on a mission. He seems hungry to prove himself and become a better player. Knowing he already scored 2 goals in the first match speaks volumes about his character. In their second match, they go against MANSHINE City, and this was actually even more impressive than his first match.
That's right, it was an absolute victory for PXG. Rin dropped a hat trick on MANSHINE and ended the match declaring that he would absolutely crush Isagi.
Similar to the Ubers match, we only saw a glimpse at the end of the match, but we did see Rin go against Nagi, and he defeated Nagi at his own ability. He trapped the ball better than Nagi, and we even got a similar illustration for Rin's eyes, which indicates he might be in destroyer state, just like how he was at the end of the U20 match. It's hard to tell, but this could be a hint that Rin is evolving even higher than we expected, and he might be able to perfect destroyer state.
In fact, Nagi makes note of this evolution, saying that Rin has evolved beyond comprehension. Nagi witnessed destroyer state in the U20 match. However, Itoshi Sai realized that Rin's state wasn't complete yet, as he was unable to secure the winning goal against Shido and Aiku. This match and Nagi's realization could be hinting that Rin is very close to completing his destroyer state.
Which is terrifying. Destroyer state Rin is a demon. He can go through anybody and defeat them at their best weapon. After After scoring the winning goal against MANSHINE City, we get this crazy panel of Rin saying he's ready to crush Isagi. Since we only saw the winning goal of the match, we can only make assumptions here, but something had to trigger Rin because he wasn't able to enter that state in Uber, so we're making an assumption that since Isagi just won against MANSHINE City, maybe Rin wanted to use this as a chance to destroy MANSHINE and further show Isagi that he's much better than him.
And you make a good point there. He saw them as a stepping stone as he heads toward his main goal of destroying Isagi. And like you said, we've only seen Destroyer State at least once until this point, so who knows when it could come back out again.
It's definitely going to come again soon, but it didn't play a factor against FC BARCHA.
The match began with Ren playing as the striker for PXG, while Shido can be seen on the bench. This makes perfect sense as we are used to seeing Shido and Ren working against each other.
As the match begins, we see Ren is the first one to handle the ball. Otoya and Patra went out right away to try to block Ren's path. However, behind Ren, Nanase and Tokimitsu show up to support him. Isagi is amazed in how they provide him with a numerical advantage right away.
And then from here, we see Ren passes the ball over to Nanase and then right over to Tokimitsu. Tokimitsu then continues to pass the ball to Charles, and then Charles crosses the ball perfectly to Ren, even weaving between FC BARCHA's defenders in the process. From here, we see Ren score the first goal with a crazy volley. This was an awesome display of great technical ability and teamwork.
Again, we see that Ren is evolving beyond our comprehension. Even Isagi was amazed by the fact that Ren shot the ball in a new way. While Isagi was observing the match, he was making assumptions on how Ren would shoot and how the team would play, but Ren destroyed Isagi's assumption, and he used a new shooting technique to put a different spin on the ball and score PXG's first goal. This left Isagi and everyone else in awe, witnessing this new Itoshi Rin and his amazing abilities.
Right at the start of the match, we see PXG execute a brilliant link-up play and create a goal-scoring formula that showcases Rin's evolved skills.
After the first goal, Loki suddenly arrives to the scene and he decides he's going to make a substitution, and to everyone's surprise, the whole team and formation changed after Rin scored the first goal. The biggest surprise was that Rin, who just scored, got subbed out for Shido. It seemed very crazy in the moment.
But despite all of that, for the rest of the match, Shido played as the main striker for PXG. The match ended 3-2 with PXG winning against FC BARCHA. We see that Shido scored 2 goals and Rin scored 1 in the beginning of the match.
In chapter 246, we get a post-match meeting in the PXG locker room. PXG's master striker Loki highlights all the players' performances and gives them feedback on how they can improve. For Rin, Loki states that Rin just needs to shoot more. His goal-scoring capabilities are beyond effective. He needs to take more shots, and that's really all he says. Even the master striker Loki knows Rin doesn't really need to improve on too much. If anything, he just needs to shoot the ball more.
And this could definitely be some real helpful advice from Loki. Throughout the Neo Egoist League, Rin's main focus has been getting stronger, so he may finally destroy Isagi once and for all. And he's finally given that opportunity when PXG and BASTARD MUNCHEN go against each other to determine the champion of the Neo Egoist League.
PXG vs BASTARD MUNCHEN. This is without a doubt the greatest match in the NEL. 2 undefeated teams currently battling out to see who's going to be the champion of the Neo Egoist League, as well as the rematch we've all been waiting for. Isagi vs Rin. This is what every Blue Lock fan has been waiting for.
This match is already proving to be as tense and exciting as everyone expected. From the get-go, we see a high level of defensive and offensive playmaking from both teams. The ball is just moving back and forth for possession, and each side is aiming to be the first team to score a goal in this match and secure the momentum.
Right away, we get to see Rin and Isagi match up as well. Isagi's already proving to be a thorn in Rin's side. As Nanase comes in and steals the ball to all of our surprise, he sends a pass to Rin running into BASTARD MUNCHEN's goal, but then out of nowhere, Isagi comes flying in and he just heads the ball away and clears the ball from Rin. To add further embarrassment, Isagi calls Rin lukewarm. We know this is going to piss off Rin. Lukewarm is his main insult, and the fact that Isagi's right on him, already proving to be a nuisance and adding more embarrassment insults to Rin, you know Rin's going to go crazy this match.
PXG attempts another attack, but Isagi is able to stop that attack once again. Isagi then wins the ball, but Kaiser, Ness, and Grimm use this opportunity to start a counterattack between the 3 of them. Kaiser thought this tactic would work and he would be able to create chances for him to shoot with Kaiser Impact, but he was gravely mistaken.
Rin stopped Kaiser Impact. Before this happened, Don Lorenzo was the only one to stop Kaiser Impact, and Don Lorenzo's a new Gen 11 center back. He was deemed one of the strongest defensive players in the world.
Even Isagi and Kaiser were baffled by Rin's ability to shut down the Kaiser Impact. Rin was able to destroy Kaiser's greatest weapon, and on top of shutting him down to add further embarrassment, Rin insulted Kaiser by calling him nothing without his Kaiser Impact. In no time at all, he has already embarrassed Kaiser and showed off his impressive skills by shutting him down and stealing the ball from him.
Rin is him. The match just started and he's already embarrassing Kaiser. I feel like this is going to be foreshadowing for Rin about to enter his destroyer state. We didn't get to see the end of that chapter, but Kaiser and Isagi look shook. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know Rin's going to show off these new skills. He's going to make all these players scared.
It's still early on in the match, but if Rin has truly evolved throughout the NEL, what types of skills can we expect to see here? Has he learned another skill like Metavision? Does he now have Predator Eye? We also wonder how he plans to score the goal or goals in this match. There's so many questions on how he will ultimately perform.
However, my biggest question is, will he perfect Destroyer State, and will he be using it throughout the whole match? If there's a chance of Rin pulling out a perfect or close to complete Destroyer State, I'm assuming it now. He's been wanting to destroy Isagi for so long since the U20 match ended. It's been his main goal, and it's one of his most achievable goals right now. So I'm expecting Rin is going to show some incredible Destroyer State moments, just like he did in the U20 match.
The PXG versus MANSHINE City match hinted to Ren's Destroyer State, and there is a really strong possibility that it could come up in this match. Maybe those feelings of Itoshi side recognizing Isagi over Rin will push Rin back into this state.
It's been a lot of time since the U20 match, and Rin has been developing an insane amount. I don't think it's completely out of the question at all for this to happen. To make one thing clear, since Rin is so focused on destroying Isagi as one of his goals, I think in this match, in some way or some form, Rin will destroy Isagi. Whether it's in a 1v1 situation, whether it's him scoring a goal against the whole team, I think in some way, some form, Rin is going to destroy Isagi, and he's going to be able to achieve some version of this goal.
Maybe Rin will destroy Isagi, but instead of defeating Isagi, it will become a catalyst for growth with an Isagi, just like in the second selection.
We do know that Isagi can come back from a lot of difficulties and start to improve from that. He's the king of adaptability, but I can't see a world where Rin doesn't display these great skills and beat Isagi in some way or form. There is a chance that Rin could lose this match, like how Isagi lost against Rin in the second selection. Maybe Rin is still able to display better skills and show that he is a better player still than Isagi. Maybe there'll be some weird way, but it all depends on how Kaneshiro wants to develop the plot. I don't know exactly how it's going to go, but this match is going to be peak, and Itoshi Rin is going to grow more into a world-class player, and in some way or some form, he's going to destroy Isagi in this match.
What do you guys think about Rin's development in the NEL? What do you think about his overall journey in Blue Lock? And do you think he will beat Isagi in Bastard Munchen? Or will he lose to Isagi so the rivalry can continue?
Let us know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you again for sticking to the end. We appreciate all the support. Don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe if you already haven't subscribed. Don't forget we have a community Discord as well.
That's right, we do have a community Discord. You can find a link to that Discord in our description of this video.
Thank you again. It's Tev.
And it's Lotus.
Peace.